Season 4 might finally answer the biggest questions in Bluey. Who's breaking up? Who's giving birth? And who's about to time travel into teenage drama? 1. Grandpa Mort might be getting hitched again. Grandpa Mort has always been a wild card. He sneaks off, hides in fishing cabins, and dodges responsibilities like it's a sport. But now, there's a twist no one saw coming. He might be dating Doreen, the beach-loving neighbor who always pops up when you least expect her. Both are single. Both like the sea. And honestly, they're both a little weird. Fans are joking this could be the most chaotic love story in Bluey history. Imagine a beachside wedding with a sandcastle cake and socks as flower girls. If this happens, Bluey's family tree is about to get stranger. 2. Trixie might dump Stripe, then marry him again. Trixie and Stripe's marriage has always looked a bit rocky, and now it seems like things are about to hit breaking point. In Season 4, we might see them officially separate, and it won't be pretty. The arguments, the tension, and the awkward family moments could take center stage. Muffin and Socks will probably be caught in the middle, turning the drama up to 11. But here's the twist. There's a chance they find their way back to each other. A surprise second wedding might close the season, turning a messy breakup into the weirdest love story ever told. 3. Bluey may discover a hidden chapter. There's a quiet part of Chili's past that has never been shared with Bluey, but Season 4 might finally bring it to light. Long before Bluey and Bingo were born, Chile lost a baby, a moment so painful that she's kept it buried ever since. But memories have a way of coming back, especially during emotional times. This season could include a powerful flashback, showing how that loss shaped Chili as a mother. At some point, Bluey might ask the right question, and Chili may decide it's time to tell her daughter the truth. Get ready, this one will hurt. 4. Maynard is more than he looks. Maynard seemed like just another odd neighbor until he showed up at Frisky's wedding, standing there like he belonged. That wasn't some mistake. He was invited on purpose. And now it all starts to make sense. Years ago, back when Chili and Frisky were kids, something may have happened at that lake they always visited. Frisky might have been in danger, and Maynard could have been the one who saved her. If that's true, he's not just a neighbor, he's a hidden hero. Season 4 might finally reveal what really happened that day, and why Maynard earned his seat at the family table. 5. Socks might finally get an answer. Socks has always stood out from the rest of the family, and not just because she crawled on all fours longer than anyone else. Her early behavior was different. Less talking, more growling, and a delay in walking upright. For a while, it seemed like a joke, but maybe there's more going on. In Season 4, the show might finally explore the idea that Socks is neurodivergent. If that's true, we could see her begin therapy, get support, and understand herself better. It wouldn't just explain her behavior, it would give her the space to shine in her own way. 6. Brandy's big moment could change everything. Brandy has waited a long time for this, and now it looks like her dream of becoming a mother is finally coming true. But this won't be a smooth or easy moment. Her pregnancy is filled with fear, and she's terrified something might go wrong. That's why Chili will likely travel to be by her side, bringing the emotional weight only a sister can carry. If the show decides to show the birth on screen, it'll be the first time we ever see it happen in Bluey's world. One thing's for sure. This episode won't leave a dry eye behind. 7. Frisky might drop a baby bombshell. While all eyes will be on Brandy and her long-awaited baby, something unexpected might happen right in the middle of the celebration. Frisky could announce that she's pregnant too. If this plays out in Season 4, Bluey might be getting 2 brand new cousins instead of just one. That would mean double the diapers, double the names, and double the family chaos. With Frisky and Brandy both becoming mothers around the same time, this could turn into the most emotional and confusing family moment the show has ever handled. And let's be honest, Bandit might want to start sleeping in the garage. 8. Captain and Mia might finally make it official. Captain and Mia have been dancing around their feelings for ages, but Season 4 might finally push them into the spotlight. A Valentine's Day episode could set the stage, complete with hearts, awkward glances, and a plan cooked up by Bluey and Mackenzie. Their mission? Get the two lovebirds alone near the creek by pretending to be lost. It's sneaky, it's dramatic, and it might actually work. If all goes to plan, Captain will confess, Mia will blush, and we'll get the most adorable first kiss in the Bluey universe. Cupid better not mess this one up. 9. Bingo's future daughter might arrive without a dad in sight. A time jump episode could finally introduce Ruby, Bingo's future daughter, who's small, red, and obsessed with bugs. She's clearly inherited her mum's quiet curiosity, but something is missing: her dad. The show might reveal Ruby without ever saying who the father is, leaving the mystery wide open. That choice wouldn't be random. It happened with Bluey's daughter too, and it sent viewers into a guessing spiral. The same could happen here. A popular guess is Doug, the turtle-loving pup from Bingo's past, but nothing is confirmed. All we know is Ruby exists, and her backstory might spark serious debate. 10. Bluey might go through her first heartbreak. If Season 4 explores teenage years, we might finally see Bluey reconnect with Jean-Luc, the Canadian pup she met during that unforgettable camping trip. Their bond was strong, even without speaking the same language, and the show already hinted they'll meet again as teens. If that happens, it could lead to Bluey's first real relationship. But long-distance love is rarely easy. Jean-Luc might ask her to move, or they could simply grow apart. Their story could end with a bittersweet goodbye, teaching Bluey her first lesson in heartbreak before she eventually finds lasting love with someone closer to home. 11. Bluey might ditch her job and chase a black belt. Bluey's future could take a strange but relatable turn. She might start off working in a boring call center, dealing with angry customers and endless scripts just to pay the bills. It sounds nothing like her, but that's kind of the point. Sometimes growing up means taking a job you hate before you figure things out. After one too many awful calls, she might finally snap and decide to leave it behind. That's when her old love for martial arts could come back, leading her to chase a new dream, earning her black belt and maybe even joining tournaments. 12th, Mackenzie might join the police to chase ghosts from his past. Mackenzie has always carried a quiet seriousness, and that could shape his future in a big way. One day, he might become a police officer, not just any kind, but one who works in the missing persons unit. That job would make sense for him, especially if the show finally explores his childhood fear of being separated from his parents. It's a dark thread in his story that could grow into something powerful. His breed is known for tracking, but here, the trail he follows might be more emotional than physical, one that leads straight back to his own memories. 13. Bingo might dig up bones and fall in love. Bingo has always had a curious mind, so it wouldn't be surprising if she becomes an archaeologist like her dad. But unlike Bandit, who mostly works behind a computer, she might travel the world digging up real history. While exploring ancient ruins, she could end up building something personal too, a life with Dougie, the quiet boy from the Turtle episode. If this happens, they might raise a child together and use sign language at home. That would make Bingo's story one of discovery in every sense, showing how far she's come from backyard games to ancient secrets and silent love. 15. Rusty and Indy might turn playtime into parenthood. Back in the early seasons, Rusty and Indy spent a lot of time pretending to be parents. But if the show takes a leap into the future, those games might turn into real life. They could end up married, raising not 1 or 2, but 5 wild little pups. Between Rusty's rising cricket career and Indy chasing her dream of becoming a singer, their house might be a mix of sports gear, musical instruments, and total chaos. Somehow, they'll make it work. Barely. If this future plays out, their lives might be louder, messier, and sweeter than any Bluey episode so far. 16. Jack and Socks might become the most unexpected couple. Jack has always taken things a little more seriously than the others, so it wouldn't be a stretch if he joins the military when he grows up. Meanwhile, Socks might stay closer to home, living a quieter life and taking her time figuring things out, On paper, they seem completely different, but that might be exactly why they work. Both have struggled to fit in, both see the world differently, and both might find comfort in each other's company. If this theory plays out, their love story could be the calmest, strangest, and most heartwarming one of them all. 17. Bluey might be getting her own grown-up show. With all the future flashbacks, surprise daughters, and adult versions popping up, it's starting to feel like the original show is setting something up. At this point, a full spin-off about grown-up Bluey almost feels like a matter of time. Imagine her juggling work, parenting, and whatever chaos her own pups bring home. Maybe she'll turn into a version of Bandit, tired, sarcastic, and deeply outnumbered. If a Bluey Grows Up series ever happens, it could follow her adult life, show how the family grows, and finally answer the biggest mystery of all: what happened to the healer fridge magnets? Who knew Bluey was quietly setting up one of the most emotionally complex animated futures ever? Which theory do you hope comes true, and which one would totally ruin the show for you? Hit the bell, hit subscribe, and let's argue about it.